And good afternoon and welcome to Tech20 Tuesday. My name is Jeff Whipple and I'm the host of Tech20 Tuesday, and today I'm very excited again to welcome you back. This will be the last Tech20 Tuesday before Christmas, so here's hoping that you have a great break, a refreshing break, and we'll see you again after the Christmas break. But first, we've got some things to talk about today. First of all, just wanted to walk you through. I see there's a couple of names I don't recognize. So if you are in for the first time, welcome. And what I'd like to do is draw your attention to the toolbar at the top of the screen, top right center of the screen, and you'll notice that there's a little menu there. Two things that you can do. First of all, there's a microphone in that toolbar, and so if you have any questions, you can elect to open your mic, or at the very far right of that toolbar, you'll see a little icon that looks like a little person. Underneath that, there is a chat window, and it'll show you everybody who's here, but you can insert a chat message in there. And I am monitoring the chat message off to the side on another computer, so I will see your message. So if you have a question as we go along today, feel free to type them in there, and I'll try to keep an eye on that as we go along. So today I wanted to continue our conversation about iPads. Last week we took a brief introduction to iPads, and today, just to sort of wrap out December, it's a little 2-week session on iPads. I wanted to start to introduce you to some of the audio and video possibilities with iPads. When you think about iPads, the thing that's taken place with iPads, and I'll be honest, when they first came out, I was kind of a skeptic about what they really were going to mean for us. But the game changer came when, if you remember, the very first iPads had no cameras or anything like that. The game changer came when they put cameras in the iPads and in your iPhones, because if you think about everything we're going to talk about today, it works exactly like this with an iPhone or an iPod or an iPad. I'm just going to happen to be using an iPad as the example. But as soon as they put the cameras in them, they become an all-in-one computing device. So instead of having cameras, digital cameras that you had to take out, and once you took the pictures, you had to download them onto your computer and deal with all those cables and all of that kind of stuff. They're really, it was kind of a pain. So now what Apple's done is they've taken this, iPad platform and really made it an all-in-one computing device. So I can take my video or pictures, I can do all of my computing in there in terms of video or image production, and I can then export that either to the web or to a computer, or simply just retain it on my iPad for future use and show. So that to me was the game changer with iPads. So today we're going to have a look at iPads, and I'm going to just minimize this window. Now, just like last week, I'm going to be using a platform that I have, that I've paid for. It's called Reflector app, and so you're going to notice here that you're actually going to see my iPad. Now it's going to be a little hesitant just because we're working on the same network here, so it's going to be a little slow. Things are going to be a little drawn out, and it's funny because I came home because I thought my home network would be a little bit quicker, and I hope it will be because I am on a fiber optic network here, because I knew I wanted to stream some stuff. So things are going to be a little chunky just because I am trying to do so much on one network. Now, a few of you asked last week about whether or not you could put these onto your computers and use them within the school, and I've had a couple of emails since. That's going to be a question you're going to have to ask your IT staff with Reflector app, but it's reflectorapp.com. I think it's $11.99, and there are some technical capacities to it, so I wouldn't be pushing that inside a school just because of the nature of our networks. So one of the neat things, first of all, here, and what I've actually done is I'm just going to go back to the home page and close this up. So you're going to see this close up here in a second. And you know what? I am actually going to close my other computer, just because I think that might be part of the problem that's slowing it down. So if you are going to send me a message, please just put it in the thing and I'll see that you've got a menu and I'll open it up. So I have closed up the other one here, and hopefully that will speed up the connectivity. between my iPad and my device. So I am going to open this up into a full screen window, and that does seem to have opened it up. And this is me, by the way, so I'm just saying hello. And going to open this up to full screen. So just hold on for a second. Isn't that interesting how that goes so slow? Normally on a network this would be very fast. The problem is that I'm also streaming out at the same time. So one of the things that you're going to see here fairly soon, hopefully, and you know what, I'm just going to close the reflector app and then reopen it back up again. So just give me a second. I'm going to close that. I'm going to turn the mirroring off. And we're going to force quit reflector app. Because it says it's not responding. There we go. So I'm going to close that and reopen it and make a new connection with my iPad. So as I said before, one of the really neat things that's taking place with the iPad is that, there we go. So now we seem to be much better. So one of the neat things that's taking place with the iPad is that it's got the camera in both. So as you see here, there is a camera app on the iPad. Comes with it. Basically, it's built into the iPad. As soon as you get your iPad, you don't have to download that or do anything else. So when you click on that camera app, and I'm going to click on that, you're going to see it open up, and I'm going to do away with that. Let's try to get rid of that pen. Anyway, so you're going to see that it opens up. Now this is actually in camera view. So right down here, and this red ink, you're going to have to, how do I get rid of the ink? I guess it won't take that away. So I'm going to take the red ink away. So down here you can see that there are actually two cameras in here. The front one is the one that I'm looking at now. So I've actually got my iPad set on the desk in front of me here. And then at the very, you'll notice first of all it's got the 1/4-inch grid lines, or the third grid lines, so the 1/3, 1/3. So any of you who have done any little bit of camera lessons, you'll know the rule of thirds. So that's really cool to be able to teach the kids with. And then down here, it's got a little camera with a reverse thing. If I click this, what it's going to do is it's actually going to change my camera to go to the back. So I'm just going to focus it in. I'm not sure what you're going to see, but hopefully it's out a window. So I'm going to click on it, and it's going to open up so that you can now see outside a window into my backyard. Now, what you're also going to see is that over here on the right-hand side, there's a little camera. So if I wanted to take a picture of that, I simply press that camera button, which is the one over on the right-hand side, and I just clicked that. And so now I've taken this picture that now is gone into my photo stream on my camera. Think about your photo stream as like a card on your camera if you were working a digital camera, because really that's all we're doing. We're turning this into a digital camera. Now the next thing that you can do is you notice here you can choose between camera mode, which is here, or video mode, which is here. So if I wanted to choose its case and take it, so now the video button is over here on the right-hand side, just where the camera button was, and I'm going to click on it. And I am now, you'll notice that the camera button is blinking, so I am now actually recording video of my backyard. You'll notice the camera button is blinking over here on the right-hand side, and when I want to stop, I can simply click it again. and it throws that. Oh, and when you hit too many buttons, you have too many thumbs. Then what it does, it actually puts that video down into what's called the photo stream. And the photo stream, if you want to access the ones that you're working on currently, is down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the iPad. So if I wanted to actually see what I just recorded, if I click on this down here, which is the last little piece of video, if I click on it, it will actually open it up, and I can play that piece of video. And it will actually play here on my computer so that you guys will all see it. But I am going to actually stop that. But you can see how that would work. And so I can actually play what I want to here on my computer. And now I am back to my iPad again. So that's how we actually take video and pictures on our computer. Now, the last piece of this is that we actually have in here, you'll notice down here that I've got a little photos icon. And so if I click on this, what it does, it actually opens up my photo stream. So I've got photos, a photo stream, albums, events, and places. All of the audio and video that I actually take on my computer or on my iPad gets imported directly into my photo stream. And so if I just click on photo stream and then click on this, you will see the picture that I just took, and actually this is the audio or the video that I just took. And if I just swish my hand across, oh, that's a photo there of some things that I was working on. So this is the picture that I just took. I can go back and look at some other pictures that I have been taking with in a classroom with a project that I've been working on, and I've been using my iPad to do that. So the iPad itself, all the images and pictures and video show up underneath the photo stream. And I see there's a chat message, and actually, Diane, there really is no difference between an iPod and an iPad when it comes to photo and video. They work exactly the same way. Just think of an iPod as almost like a little video, a small iPad, because that's really what it is. In terms of attaching it and sending it off to a camera now, so I've got this, so they really are, and it's honestly, they are the exact same as an iPhone. An iPhone is just an iPad for all intents and purposes, or an iPod with a with an application. So with the Reflector app, can I drag my pics from my iPad to your laptop? No, Rose. All the iPad does, all the Reflector app does, it actually allows you to see and broadcast what's on your iPad on your desktop computer. But connecting your, because I'm just going to open this back up again so you can see me here, connecting your iPad to your computer. So you've got these photos and you've got this video onto your iPad, but now you want to get it off, which used to be one of the challenges. So there's two ways you can do it. First of all, if you have other Apple devices, so if you have an iPhone, if you have an iMac or a MacBook, then if you have an iCloud account and you have the settings automatically set, it will actually take anything, any picture that you take on your iPad and transfer it automatically to your computer. If you watch the Apple commercials, you'll see that happen, or onto any other device you have. So you have to have your settings set up so that it will automatically do that, but your iCloud account will do that. But short of that, the charging unit that you get, so this is your charging unit that you get with your iPod or your iPad or your iPhone, any one of the three of them. You get your Apple charger on one end, and you've got the unit that goes into the bottom of the iPad itself on the other end. If you just pop out this piece from your charging unit, this is your plug into the wall, you can throw it away. Now what you've got is a USB connector and the Apple dock for the unit. If I now take this and plug it into the one end of my Apple and plug this into my computer, this will actually now turn into something that actually just mimics a camera. It will do the exact same thing on a Windows computer that a camera would. So you know how when you take the camera and plug it into your computer, it says open to view files or download files and images onto your computer? That's what this will do. So this little piece here is a USB port, can go into either a Mac or a PC, and it will treat your iPad or iPhone, any one of the three of them, just exactly like a camera. And so any of the pictures that you've taken on your iPad, you can transfer now onto your iPod very, very quickly. A couple of other really quick things that I do want to show you that I think if you're into video production, either at school or at home, there's a couple of neat apps. First of all, when I open, there's two apps that I want to show you. The first one is iMovie. iMovie, of course, we all know is the video production capability. So if I click on my iMovie, it will actually open up. Now there's some neat things you can do here. You can use either audio or video, and you can actually take the audio segments that you've recorded on your iPad and bring them into an iMovie segment. In fact, it just imported this one here that I just worked with here today. So if I click on this, you'll notice that it will actually play it. Or actually, what I can do is actually take this now, and you can see that I am actually watching the little piece of video that I just recorded. And okay, so it's not working for you, Rose. It should just open up just exactly like a camera. So we'll have to have a look at that. But I know it does. In normal working, it should just open up and say, this is basically working like a camera. So we will come and help you with that, or somebody will. So you can see here that now I've got the audio. The neat thing about this is that now, once I've got my video produced, again, when I come back here, where is it? Is that it? No, that's watching. So I want to come, oh, there it is. So I want to come back to my front. You'll notice here that I've got a bunch of little videos that I've produced. If I choose the video that I've produced, these are all little videos that I've been playing with. So if I choose this one that I've produced and click right down here on this little icon, this is the export icon. So if I click on this, you'll notice now that I can either export it to YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, CNN iReport, iTunes, or if I choose camera roll, what it will do is it will actually send that pre-produced video out to my camera roll that you saw earlier, which is basically my photo roll. And when I plug it into my computer now, or if I have my iCloud set up, it will automatically send that to my computer. So I can produce everything right on this device, and then at the end of it, simply have it automatically export to either my iPad or my MacBook or some other computer that I have set up. So that's a really cool and simple way to actually export stuff. The next one, and I only got 30 seconds to show you it, is Snapseed. Snapseed is a really cool video editing or a picture editing. It's not video editing, it's for picture editing, and Snapseed is really cool. So I can bring in photographs and I can actually put different effects on them. So if I come here and I won't even bother, but Snapseed is an app that you will definitely want. Both Snapseed and the iMovie will cost you a little bit of money. So I think they're both like $5, but they are two tools that you will definitely want to have in your classroom or in your home Mac or your home iPad, just for use with you personally. Guarantee it. They're both really, really cool, and they have some neat effects. So Snapseed and iMovie are two apps for the iPad that really help you manipulate and work with images and video. So that is Tech20 Tuesday, a really quick look at using your iPad for capturing and manipulating and sharing video and images on your computer. We won't be back next week, but we will be back after Christmas with a whole new series. And keep looking. We'll be sending out some messages about some of the content after Christmas. Thank you all so much for joining us for this first term of Tech20 Tuesday, and we hope to see you back again after Christmas. And we will say goodbye for now. Hope you all have a great holiday, rest up, and get ready for a great second term. We will talk to you guys after Christmas. Thank you all for joining us. Bye-bye.